I think he's just speaking loudly and making people think that he's doing something. Because I know people's lives that have not changed since he's taken office.
Every Saturday, conversations like this are probably taking place in beauty salons and barbershops throughout the country. But the one taking place here at First Class Fabulous Hair Salon is pretty significant. That's because it's in Northampton County, Pennsylvania, a bellwether that could help decide the outcome of the next presidential election. Newsy spent a weekend here talking to voters representing a wide swath of the county about their feelings on President Trump, his handling of U.S. race relations, and the 2020 election. With 14 months to go before Election Day, we found some voters have already made up their minds and others are taking time to decide. What goes through your mind when you think about race relations and what the president has said so far?
Honestly, my son goes through my mind. I think about my son and his generation and how it's really kind of going to affect things that are happening now are going to affect him. I feel as though the current president, things that he's doing is very dangerous.
Drysdale is originally from Jamaica and is now a U.S. citizen. Most of her customers are black and are a small portion of Northampton. The county is just 5% black and 86% white. But politically, the area is nearly split. President Barack Obama won the county by about 12 points in 2008 and 5 points in 2012. President Donald Trump flipped the county in 2016 with about 50% of the vote, and with it turned Pennsylvania red for the first time since 1988. Nearby the salon at the local farmers market in downtown Easton, George Dodage, a local chef, describes himself as an independent who would vote for a Republican, but not President Trump. How did you vote in the 2016 election?
2016 election, I voted independent.
And why was that? You had two other choices.
I did have two other choices, but I felt that neither candidate supported the issues that I was really concerned about. Also, I just didn't feel that either one was going to do any job better than the other. I guess in retrospect, I wish I would have voted Democrat because I felt that since Trump has become president, that I feel like Hillary would have represented it a little bit better.
Dodage says he's been looking at Democrats and waiting to see if a Republican challenger does well in the primaries. Independent voters back President Trump by 7 points according to 2016 exit polls, and they are particularly key to the president's re-election chances here in the Keystone State. In Northampton County, 39,000 voters were registered with a party other than Republican or Democrat in 2016. Trump won the county by less than 5,500 votes. Farther north in the county at the 74th annual Blue Valley Farm Show, voters said that being sick of the president's rhetoric didn't mean they would abandon him in 2020.
From 1 to 10, I would give him a 10. He's doing fine. Just, he's got to stay off of Twitter.
What do you not like about his Twitter account, his Twitter feed?
I don't like, just, he can feel what he feels like, but stay off of Twitter and he'll be fine.
Brewer gives the president high marks overall despite being concerned about the trade war. He used to be a farmer but is now retired. His wife Karen describes the couple as moderate conservatives, and so far they're happy with the way things are. But she does have one tip for the commander-in-chief.
It's not what you say, but how you say it. You can speak the truth, but don't call people names, because then you degrade yourself. And I think he has degraded himself and maybe has lost some credibility with people who voted with him before, because it's like, okay, at least be professional about your position because you are the president of the United States.
In conversations with nearly 24 voters here, we found that not everyone is tuned into the election, especially since states like Pennsylvania don't get much attention until the general election kicks off. Sunday morning, we spent a bit of time at a diner in Nazareth. Robin Faust is a lifelong resident of Pennsylvania and says the president has delivered. So how are you so confident that he can win over the voters once again here in Northampton County?
When you watch these rallies he does, it's unbelievable. The people, and there's all races and ages and everything there, and they're all so excited and behind him. And I just can't see how, I think that's going to keep growing more because he is like an average person.
Faust says she thinks there's a silent group of voters who are hesitant to say they support the president, but will vote for him next year. But some of the most important voters in this county are those like Clara Loria. She's voted for Republicans in the past, but is now considering a vote for a Democrat, depending on who wins the primary. She says she votes based on the person, not the party.
I want to vote for someone to say how they're going to make the country better, how they're going to produce the things that we're all looking for. We're looking for peace, we're looking for jobs, we're looking for equality, and but I want to see how they're going to do that.